Fin janvier, le duo américain Larkin Poe, mené par les sœurs Megan et Rebecca Lovell, dévoilait son nouvel album Bloom. Un disque très attendu par les amateurs de blues rock, puisqu'il fait suite à Blood Harmony, récompensé en 2024 d'un Grammy Award dans la catégorie Meilleur album de blues contemporain. Et bien dans cette vidéo les amis, j'ai le plaisir de recevoir Rebecca et Megan pour une interview et une mini-session acoustique exclusive. Au programme, une plongée au cœur de leur album Bloom, porté par des compositions finement ciselées et remarquablement interprétées. Ce sera aussi l'occasion de revenir sur leur rencontre avec Slash et Ringo Starr, d'échanger sur leur approche de la composition et de l'instrument, et de découvrir quelques-uns de leurs coups de cœur musicaux. On est parti.
1, 2, we got that easy love, easy love. Yeah, we got that easy love, easy love, easy love.
From a very young age, music has always been a huge part of our lives. We started out playing classical violin and piano lessons when we were very small children, 3 and 4 years old. And then in our teens, we got into bluegrass music. But growing up in a household where parents were playing all kind of records, from blues to traditional Americana, bluegrass, old-style country, rock and roll, heavy metal, nothing was off limits. So we grew up listening to a lot of classic Southern rock that was always sort of tickling the back of our brain. So when we got into bluegrass music, Megan picked up the dobro and I picked up mandolin and acoustic guitar. But as we sort of developed our own sound on these instruments, we decided that we wanted to try and channel the influences of Southern rock. So Megan transitioned to the lap steel, which is more of the electrified version of the dobro, and I picked up electric guitar. And we were able to sort of create these classic guitar sounds that really helped steer us into more of a blues rock space. And that's where we've kind of existed for the last few years, really appreciating being able to act as, you know, the next generation of female-fronted Southern rock and roll.
Dream, little plan, little rock and roll band, little different.
For Bloom, a lot of these songs started as conversations. We would come together in the morning and drink a cup of coffee and just talk for a while, like talk about what we were feeling that day or what our thoughts were on life at the moment. And generally those conversations would lead straight into writing a song. So we would start to hit on some ideas, something that felt real and honest, and then we would pick up our guitars and start to play, and you know the melody would kind of come from the vibe of the conversation. But you know we're a touring band. We tour all the time. We're road dogs. So we do take a lot of experience from the road. We're always thinking about the live show when we're writing as well, and moments that we've had throughout the year that have been special, and you know moments that we connected with an audience, and we're taking those experiences and trying to bring them into our writing process and imagine what it will be like the following year to play the songs for people.
Why would I want to change my life? Why is it new is always better? If I looked in the mirror, would I recognize this winter you'd have me stitched together? Not ashamed of what I'm not. I'm a long ways from the top. That's okay, 'cause I want just a little bit. Little dream, little plan, little rock and roll band, little different. It's a small world. I don't wanna think big. Keep the things I need on a very short list. What do you keep looking for? More rain always is more than a little bit, more than a little bit. Wistful. All right, sweet. We got that easy love.
Historically, we've never co-written a lot of songs together over the years. We would typically come up with our own ideas separately and then, piecemeal together in the studio when we would start recording. But we really wanted to revolutionize the writing process between us as sisters for this new album, Bloom, which did require, I think, just making a commitment to challenging any of the sibling rivalry or any of the potential friction that was existing and keeping us from being able to write. And I'm not sure why it was challenging. We've never really quite determined, but for the writing of Bloom, it did feel like something shifted in a very material way, and we suddenly had access to like a new creative vein. And it really, I think, paid all the difference for Bloom, because you can hear so much more of us as individuals in this record, and the stories that we're able to tell and the beauty of some of the melodies. I really feel like we were a lot less judgmental of the creative ideas that we were bringing to the table for Bloom. And as such, we're able to create a lot more of a wholesome sound that included each of us and all of the different musical identities that we possess from years and years of loving all kinds of music.
We got that easy love.
It came at a very interesting time. We were in the beginning stages of writing for Bloom, and we took a break to go out to Los Angeles and got the Grammy, then came back home and continued writing. If anything, I think it was just a confidence booster. Sort of assured us that we were on the right path. We've been producing our own albums for years now and have our own record label. Winning the Grammy was like a stamp of approval on our own decision-making. And it gave us a little burst of energy going into the studio to make Bloom. Maybe that's why Bloom sounds so happy.
Okay. 1, 2. We got that easy love. Easy love. Yeah. We got that easy love. Easy love. Easy Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Little dream, little plan, little rock and roll band, little different. It's a small.
The first song I remember learning was a song from a Jerry Douglas record. The record is Slide Rule. The song was Papa Played the Dobro. Very apt.
Papa played the dobro this way.
It has a great little riff that's relatively easy to learn as a beginner player, and yeah, I love that album too.
Wow.
Go and listen to the song. It's a good
really
one.
great.
It's a good song.
I'm trying to remember which song I would have learned first. Somewhat cringily, I think on acoustic guitar, it definitely would have been just a bluegrass chord progression. But I think the first riff, cringily, that I actually learned would have been Sweet Home Alabama, I think. It's a great song, but oh my gosh, wow.
I mean, it's an iconic riff.
It's an iconic riff.
Little plan, little rock and roll band, little different. It's a small.
For many years, I feel that you and I had very specific practice regimens, which basically entailed learning other people's solos, going through learning progressions of songs, trying to learn by ear. We've never been, especially since departing from our classical roots, where we sight read sheet music. We never wanted to really learn music off a page, so we never really used tablatures or chord charts. We would just try to learn by ear. But in recent years, I think that we've pushed that even further together as sisters. We started a YouTube series many years ago where we would just learn covers together.
How I wish you were here. Foolish pride, Layla. You got me on my knees.
And I think being able to take someone else's song, like a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song, or a Led Zeppelin song, and figure out what makes the song tick, learning the riff and learning the progression, learning how to be able to carry the song, which typically would be a full band song between two people, has really taught us a lot in recent years about songwriting, about the construction of riffs, about lyrical, positioning. So I think that that's really been our biggest discipline in recent years, is just learning a lot of material.
Cannot stress that enough. Just learn as many songs as you possibly can.
I'm a long ways from the top, and that's okay, 'cause I want just a little bit, little dream, little plan, little rock and roll band, little different. It's a small world, I don't wanna think big, keep the things I need on a very short list. What do you keep looking for? More rain, always more than a little bit, more than a little bit.
We were on tour with Slash a good bit last year, which was a really cool experience to watch his show every night and to also get up and jam and improvise with him. And he is such a legendary musician. And I think the thing that I learned from Slash would be, don't be afraid to stun an audience with volume. It was an unbelievably loud stage, and I do think
Powerful.
it was very powerful. My sister and I, we like to keep a fairly moderate stage level for our amplifiers, but it was a very breathtaking experience to stand in front of amplifiers that were truly dimed. And not just one, but many amplifiers that were dimed. And also to see how relaxed he was. He wasn't trying to control or have it be perfect. He wanted to create a vibe. And I think that it might actually be true about Ringo Starr as well.
Yeah, we were blown away by being able to play 2 nights at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee with Ringo Starr. Feels crazy to be able to say that, but he is so inspiring, even into his 80s, turning over new musical leaves in his book. He was just really, really kind and welcoming and just rocking out, man.
Yeah. Little dream, little plan, little rock and roll band, little different.
We started our own record label in 2017, Tricki-Woo Records. And at that point in time, we really did make the commitment to self-produce our own records and to self-release our own records. And I think that that decision has had such far-reaching impacts on our creative process and our business in general, what it has allowed us to do, the creative freedom that we have had to release records on the timings that feel good to us, having no limitations on what kind of records we can make. And it's such a cool experience to be able to have your finger on the pulse of every part of your business. I think it has really helped us feel very fulfilled in Larkin Poe, and being able to really understand and control what it is that we give to our fans. I think in the future we do see Tricki-Woo Records expanding. We would love to be able to work with other artists and share with them this model that our team and we together have worked so hard to build. And I think that will really get some new creative juices flowing in the future, I think. We're excited about that.
Little dream, little plan, little rock and roll band, little different. It's a small
Emmylou Harris, Wrecking Ball. This is my number one spot all the time.
I'm gonna take two. Chris Whitley, Living with the Law, and Chris Whitley, Dirt Floor.
Wow, two
Sorry.
Chris Whitleys.
He's my guy.
Fleetwood Mac, Rumors.
Larkin Poe, Bloom. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that's three, right? That's four. Yeah. I can count.
You can have one
The
more.
last record, what do we pick? I mean,
What, do we say The Chicks Home?
probably The Chicks Home.